We exist in consensus reality. There's no way of knowing that my red is your red, and then that is a notebook that we're looking at, but if we can agree that it is, and we can agree on the words that are written within it, because we share a similar language, then that is true. Can we perceive every single thing about the notebook, and then relate those words in it outward into the world around it so that they pertain to something, they relate to something, and we have a true grasp on the ultimate nature of the notebook? No, not really. Much more than that notebook, we cannot understand consciousness because it is a lot more complex. It entails a lot more. But generally, we can agree that that is another truth too. Some people like to say that it's an emergent property of matter and that we have illusory consciousness. Then that would make everything that we apprehend by consciousness illusory too, including empirical, scientific, realistic matter. It's all just a facade. Discounting it and doing away with it doesn't get us very far. We must accept that we are playing within the boundaries and the domain game of maybe an illusory network, but it's not any more illusory than the rest of the other things around it. In fact, it is the most real thing because it is the thing that by which all things that can be comprehended as we currently reckon are acknowledged and passed through and given form by and come to arise through. Without consciousness, all material reality loses all of its meaning. There is no longer semantics. There is only syntax, and we're not even sure about that. If we say that consciousness appears at a certain point in emergent properties, there's a threshold that has to be crossed. Why is it outside the continuum that a planet is an emergent phenomenon too of matter? Why is the planet not conscious, but our brains are? I think it's safe to say your foot, especially the blood vessels in your foot, are significantly less conscious than your brain is. You could lose them and you would still have all higher thought processes. I don't know if I can say that, because then you may lose some ability to navigate to find nutrients, which fuel your brain. Regardless, conscious material, conscious existence is all we really give a damn about. It's completely what we operate out of entirely. And dead rational atoms are only given any pertinence to our experience by consciousness apprehending them. They're only meaningful insofar as they can be apprehended by consciousness. We don't mind too much if a rock gets smashed apart. We do think it matters if our brain dies. We place special value on the meaning of consciousness because we are it, one small portion of the trillion-headed serpent that is consciousness. And that's why we assume that if we punch the ground, we're not going to be as troubled by that as if we were punching a child. It's more upsetting.